Stuffing our faces.
Can we not hear her? Is that what that means?
Try this one. It sounds a little better than that one.
No problem. Here,
Oh,
Kelly.
it is for me.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Hi. Kelly, continue with your pancakes.
I feel like everybody already heard the story. But anyway, you can hear me? But the pancakes were delicious. So there's that.
Do we need this or is she good?
Yes. We need that one.
We need that one. All right. Well, feel free. So while you were making pancakes, Art Moore always talks about the marathon, right? And, you know, he's very involved in the production of the marathon. And I thought he was at the marathon. So with that extra hour in the morning on Sunday, I was up at 4, just pacing until 7.
You and I are the same person.
Oh, literally,
Yeah.
I couldn't think of enough things to do. I cleaned out my closet in the dark, and so for winter clothes. And so I was watching the marathon, and I said to Shane, I said, oh, we're probably going to see Art. You know, he's talking about it all the time. Art's good. They don't see Art. We see a lot of runners. They don't see Art. I'm in my sweater. I'm having my coffee. I'm thinking about taking a run later, and then I think if I do run, am I going to be like other people who are running, where we're like not really runners because we're running on the day the marathon is happening? So does that make a lot of sense?
You know what you should have just done? Gotten under the barricade and just finished the marathon.
And just gotten at the end?
Feel the glory. I mean, they would, of course, figure it out because you don't have the chip in your shoe and all of that. But just feel that glory.
Feel of the finish.
Yes, because Faith Ford and I accidentally did that in New Orleans. We finished a marathon after running 1 minute. We just got, I'm not kidding, we accidentally got in the path of a marathon.
Wait, we don't accidentally get in the path of a marathon.
We did. We just left our hotel.
Swept up by the 40,000 people.
We got swept up into a marathon and crossed the finish line, and we were interviewed.
Kelly Ripa, one of the celebrity runners.
Yeah, we just said,
who are you running for?
And we said, no. We just went for a jog, and I accidentally crossed a finish line. We did not mean to finish a marathon. We just started running 3.5 minutes ago.
Well, there is a strange feeling when you're jogging for just relaxation or fitness on the day that people are out there running 26.2 miles, and you're running for like 20 minutes and exhausted.
I took a SoulCycle class, and I was like, it's probably the same as running a marathon. In my brain.
In your head.
In my head, it's probably the same.
In your head.
But I don't think it's the same.
Well, what did you, so we did get this extra hour, which here on Sunday, it was actually fall on Sunday. We had beautiful weather, as we were talking about. What did you do to fill the time? Because it was like the day that never ended, and I loved it.
Well, okay, so I had a busy weekend. I went to see Jake Shears, who's been on our show at Brooklyn Steel, and I took my daughter with me, which was really fun, and saw his show, and it was amazing. And then Jake and I went to see a new play that's in previews at the Neil Simon Theater called The Cher Show. If you're like me...
Gasp from Gelman about that.
Oh,
gasp.
No.
Gelman gasp.
I love Cher so much, and Cher has been a part of my life for my whole life. And so that was really the interesting thing about being in the theater during this musical, to see that she is represented by every age demographic there that you can imagine. There were very young people all the way up to, you know, my parents' age and beyond. And so that's when you realize that. And the story to me, which is so interesting, and I never really put it together until I watched this play, because it's Cher's music and Cher's costumes, and it's her origin story, and it's really interesting. But she is really a pioneer in the world of working mothers. That did not exist, and she fought for everything that she got, because they really, you know, the networks and the agencies and the attorneys didn't want to deal with women at all, and they found her, you know, to be like a pain in the butt to deal with. And like when she would demand time with her daughter, it was a problem, you know what I mean? She's like, I have kids, and then she had another child, and she's like, I need time with my kids, and she was, you know, made to feel like a bad employee, and she really fought for her rights, and that's what I took away from it. I took so much away from this besides the costumes and the amazing wigs and all of it, I took away
time.
Yeah, I took away the message, the greater message.
If I could turn back time,
right.
There's where it came from, right there. That's the inspiration from Cher.
Right.
So on Saturday, we were watching the Georgia Bulldogs, which is my team in college football.
Right.
It's like you're fans, but not quite sure.
Right.
You're not sure. And so Shayna's got a friend over, and I do I don't know a lot about many sports, but I did play football growing up, and so I do I get excited about football, and with the Bulldogs doing well.
Right.
We watched the game, and then the next day, the Falcons were playing. So Shayna says, she's got a girlfriend staying with us. She says, hey, well, why don't we have a bet for the game? And I am not a gambler, and I actually don't know any good betting games. So quickly, with the pressure on, I decided to come up with this game where, and I need help with a betting game, like a Super Bowl game or something, you know, to keep people interested in the game when it's not their team. So do you know any good ones, like on how to bet? But
no, my dad tried to explain to Albert and me about the point spread last year in the Bahamas, and we were still sort of, you know, disinterested and
it was
confused.
A gray area.
Yeah, it was just.
So I decided, hey, let's do a thing where we add up total points from each half, and the winner of the first, there'll be a winner for the first half, and then a winner for the second half. Then there'll be 2 winners, but then the math wasn't working out because there were 3 of us. So we, at the end, decided whoever was the furthest away from guessing total points for the Falcons game would have to go and buy ice cream down the street.
In any direction?
The ice cream was south.
No. I mean the points. Farthest away in any direction.
Yeah. So Shayna did total points for the game 28. Her friend Jess did 27, and I did 35, and there were more than 35. So Jess had the furthest from the total points accuracy, so she had to buy the ice cream.
Oh.
But I feel like this was not a great, like if my buddies were asking me to come up with a game, this is like my bad dance of a game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already confused by the game. The game is confusing.
I was too, but she lost, therefore she had to buy us ice cream. So we go down to the ice cream place, Van Leeuwen. It's unbelievable. Is there one up here? Well, we went in there, and so since her friend was buying, we went not to get a cone, but to get pints. Okay?
Yeah, of course. Smart.
I texted Kelly after we got home, and we got honeycomb, and then I saw peanut butter, and then I saw chocolate chip, mint, and then cookie. So we have all of these, and we go to the guy, and the guy is very happy that we're there, and we're having a great time, and I'm thrilled we won this bet, and I didn't want to explain it because it doesn't make any sense, and so we walk out, and he says, you guys got a lot of ice cream. And I was like, you know, I'm not really what I want to hear. Right. I don't want to hear that I bought too much ice cream. None of your business.
Maybe we're entertaining people.
Right. It's not just the 3 of us. But when someone, you know, when someone tells you, hey, you're ordering a little too much for you.
Oh.
Or you bought. I'm
they
thinking,
do that all the time with sushi.
Yeah,
that's a lot of food.
That's a lot of food.
Well, we're hungry.
Well, I thought it was an insult. I said, well, he's clearly insulting my height by saying that's too much ice cream for me. I mean, we're miniatures, so when we order like a regular size, people are like, that's too much food for your size.
You want us to get the kids menu?
Yeah,
no, thanks.
We'll order the fun size. Yeah. No. So that's when I texted you, hey, we're having, and we made ice cream sandwiches out of it. It was just a great long Sunday with the extra hour.
By the way, when you do that, it gives me life because it also absolved me of I'm not kidding, it's not even Thanksgiving, so I just want to point that out. I forgot to point that out to you last night. It's not Thanksgiving, but I made like a nice, hearty, wintry fall soup, okay? Healthy, vegetables, legumes, good for us. And then I just had to make those Pillsbury crescent rolls.
Oh, I love that can.
Oh gosh, when that can pops open, it's like your wedding night. I mean, it's everything, it's all of it. You know what I mean? I'd rather have that can pop open than just about anything. I'm not kidding.
Well,
I said just about.
I understand. But I said to Kelly, she told me about it, and I said, you mean that can with the perforated triangle already cut? So you just have to tear it apart and we wrap cheese inside of it and bake it? Oh, so Lady in Red.
And you know how the first one is always a little screwed up because you always tear it off wrong?
Yeah, but that's the one you can eat.
That's the one I ate.
Yeah, that's the one you get to eat.
But that was the best one. That was the best one because it was like I had to break off half of the other one to fix it. So I had like a crescent and a half. Oh, we went deep on the crescent rolls.
We went deep on that.
We had crescent rolls for dinner. There, I said it.
And not even
Nobody even touched the soup. People were like, who wants soup? There's crescent rolls and it's not Thanksgiving.
Well, you saved the meal by popping open that can because the soup was a little boring, I got to be honest with you.
I know. The kids were enraged by the soup.
All right, so we have lots of action.
Really?
Delvin's on his feet already. All right.
Okay.
All right.
And they're coming up.
Jude
that's
Law.
right.
Jude Law is here. We're going to talk to Jude in a second. Stand by.
I think of you.
I'm a big fan of his stuff.
I think of you as a daytime's version of Jude Law. Like you're Jude Law-ish. You're Jude Law adjacent.
Yeah.
You're American Jude Law.
Right. Like for Jude Law and the ice cream, that would have been just fine. But for me, it was too much ice cream. That's what you're saying.
Well, Jude Law never would have ordered that ice cream. He would have had figgy
pudding instead, darling.
That's right, darling. Hey, and from the series Bull, Christopher Jackson is also here.
We begin, it's a roof week with a look at some seasonal doggy dangers. We have all these, the most adorable, if you love puppies, please stay with us because they're going to melt you. They're so cute.
And adoptable.
And they're adoptable,
They're all adoptable?
But wait till you see, oh my gosh, they're so cute.
Are you going to wind up with another
I don't know. I was out here rolling around in the carpet with them, and I want to take them all. They're so
That's what they do.
Beautiful.
I'm convinced that puppies secrete something that makes you want more puppies.
Yeah, well, when I walked away, they like waved.
Yeah.
I know, wait till you see it.
And they all are potty trained. Until they come home.
Yeah.
Then they forget. Hey, and we have the winner of the New York City Marathon. Mary Keitany is here. Yeah. Won 4 out of the past 5 years.
I saw her back. It was very exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
So right now it's time for Fantastic Travel Trivia. Here we go. There she is, Heather Winslow from High Point, North Carolina, with her medal from the marathon.
That's her 8th marathon. You know, what's interesting is you don't seem to be suffering at all. You went down, you did a big ride, second position.
Oh, yeah.
How do your legs feel?
It felt great.
You feel great?
Yes.
Okay, here's what Ryan wants to know.
What did you eat after?
Yeah, what did you eat? How much weight did you lose? Yada, yada, yada.
And did you grow?
We ate Italian, and you don't lose weight training for a marathon. You're very hungry.
Yeah. You don't lose weight.
No.
Oh,
so that's like a big...
Yeah, your appetite's
What's
huge.
the point?
Right.
Not a personal goal.
The two of us are like, oh.
Well, check that off.
Yeah, all right.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You look great. Thank you for being here. Well done. Bad, bad, and bad.
One more question.
Yeah.
How long is the training process?
This was my 8th, so I only trained for like 10 weeks, but...
Well, that sounds like a lot of weeks. That sounds like many...
Yeah.
That sounds like 8 more weeks than I would assume.
All right, Kathy Smith from Forestdale, Missouri is on the line, who watches us on ABC 30. Kathy, good morning.
Good morning, Ryan and Kelly. How are you?
Super good. How are you?
How are you doing?
Great. Thank you.
Okay, so we have 2 statements from Kathy. One is fact, one is fiction. We're going to try and guess which one is true. If you are successful in stumping us, you win a Live with Kelly and Ryan mug. Just one. All right.
Okay, great.
Here we go. I'm a high-ranked online power seller.
I don't even know what that means, but
we
I
hope
like
so.
it.
Or I give tours of the St. Louis Gateway Arch. Okay.
Huh. Can you give us 3 facts about the arch, Kathy, please?
Yes, it's 630 feet tall. We offer tram tours. They usually go 45 to 60 minutes every day except for holidays. And it is the largest man-made monument in the Western Hemisphere.
Although she could have taken a tour.
Yeah. Now, how long does it take? How long does it take the full ride?
45 to 60 minutes, but then you can wait up at the top if you want to wait for another tram to go down, because there's windows that look all over the area. So sometimes people want to stay a little bit longer.
I did this. She sounds legit.
I know, it sounds legit. I did it too. We both have done this.
Okay, so do you want to find out what that is?
Sounds right. Yeah, what's a high-ranked online power seller?
I sell beauty products for women. A high-ranked seller is, you've been like a seller for years and years, and you move up in the ranks like on Amazon, eBay, things like that, and you get to be a top seller after you sell so long and so many products.
Boy, she is a good liar.
I think this...
I think she's a CIA operative, I'm going to tell you honestly.
I mean, this has sounded really good.
That sounded accurate,
okay.
right?
So
we're going to say that you give tours of the St. Louis Gateway Arch.
No, I'm a top-rated power seller.
She's probably taken the tour. Did you get him on. Kath, did you recently take the tour of the arch?
No, I did years and years ago.
Well, you got some memories.
I mean, that was
That's
detail.
Incredible.
All right, let's spin the wheel.
All right.
Congratulations, you get a mug.
Thank you. Great prize, the Buccaneer in St. Croix, 7 days, 6 nights in a deluxe oceanfront room. It includes 3 meals daily, a choice of spa treatment, a round of golf or tennis. This trip is provided in part by Priceline. It's a prize valued at $9,500. You have 20 seconds and only 1 guess. Good luck, Kathy.
Thank you.
Okay, Kathy, on Friday's show, we talked with Sarah Jessica Parker. What game did Sarah Jessica say she has recently learned to play?
Mahjong.
That's it. Congratulations, Mahjong.
Congratulations, you and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights of the Buccaneer St. Croix. Founded in the 17th century and family-run for generations, the Buccaneer in St. Croix is both historic and modern, blending old-world charm with warm hospitality and the amenities expected by today's traveler. The Buccaneer is a premier destination resort for golf, tennis, water sports, weddings, honeymoons, and family vacations. Your prize is valued at approximately $9,500.
Nice job. It looks good.
Thank you so much.
Kathy, you are winning today.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now you have to help somebody in our audience win. A lucky member of our studio audience is going to receive $500 appliance package from Cuisinart. So, yeah, that's right. So please pick a number between 1 and 212.
61.
Two-time winner. Yesterday, she won her 4th TCS New York City Marathon with a time that was 2nd fastest in New York Marathon history. Please welcome Mary Kitani. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Have a seat. Have a seat.
Please, here.
Yes, I know. How are your legs? You don't get sore, right?
Not so much.
Not so much.
Yeah.
What was it like to see all of your competitors here?
Very interesting. Yeah, I love you all.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Was there ever, this is, as Ryan said, your 4th win in 5 years. You've run the New York City Marathon 7 times. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Was there ever a doubt in your mind this time? Because when you crossed that finish line, I don't know if you're aware, but you were, you know, way out in front.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yesterday was actually an amazing day for me. The weather was perfect, and it was good for all marathoners yesterday, right? Yeah.
So you knew. You just had a good feeling going into it.
Yeah, I was very ready for it, and I wanted to run my own race and run as me according to my training back in Kenya.
And your time's almost a record. I actually Googled, so the time was 2 hours, 22 minutes, 48 seconds, which is exactly how long Forrest Gump is, by the way, the movie. And Shawshank Redemption.
Right.
But when you're approaching the finish line, what were you feeling? What was going through your mind?
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, wow, I've again won for the 4th time, and I was celebrating already when I was coming to the finishing line.
So when you go back home to Kenya, will there be a big celebration there? Will you go home? Do you get a chance to go home?
Yes, I think they've already prepared something for me to go and celebrate together with my friends back at home and my other family members, those who are at home, and it will be very interesting.
Let me ask you this: do your family members ever want to race you? Like in our house, if you were to come to my house, immediately, like my dad,
50 yards,
everybody would be like, "Come on, let's race." Does anybody try to race you, or have they given up on that dream?
Already they are giving up for me because they are not able, so they are just supporting me, telling me to try my best, and that's all.
We're so happy for you.
Congratulations!
Your strength is
Great to see you. Good job. We'll be right back with Jude Law.
Very good, Tony, everybody.
Snow ahead on live. It's a rough week. It begins with tips for avoiding some seasonal doggy danger. From Bull, Christopher Jackson. Coming up next, Jude Law.
This is my body of proof.
Proof of less joint pain.
And clearer skin.
Proof that I can fight psoriatic arthritis.
With Humira. Humira targets and blocks the specific source of inflammation that contributes to both joint and skin symptoms. It's proven to help relieve pain, stop further irreversible joint damage, and clear skin in many adults. Humira is the #1 prescribed biologic for psoriatic arthritis.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections. Serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems. Serious allergic reaction.
Congratulations. Hey. How you doing? Lovely to see you. How you doing, man? Good to see you, man. Nice to see you.
You are something else. This is chic as it gets.
Thanks.
Yeah. And show the chest hair. Do it.
What? There's plenty of it.
Yeah, I like it.
So you've been traveling all over the world?
Oh, where am I?
Yeah, you're in New York.
This is the marathon.
Planet Kelly and Ryan.
Yeah,
a little bit traveling.
How many time zones? How many countries?
Okay, China. I did China, then London, then Atlanta, then LA. I'm here, and then Paris next week, and then Japan, and then back here.
Oh my gosh. Woo! Okay, so how do you or do you adjust to the time zones?
Honestly, I wish I had a trick. No food on the plane. That's one key thing I find.
Really?
Right.
Hot water and lemon. Just try and. I'm quite lucky. I tend to sleep easily.
You do fall asleep on the plane.
I'm slightly narcoleptic. I do the old, just like I nod off and I'm gone. Usually
I like
with
the way you just did that. You looked so conspiratorial and you're like, I sleep.
Only because I know some people are like, you sleep on planes?
Yeah.
You know, they find it hard.
It is hard to sleep on a plane.
But to catch up, I don't know. I mean, we arrived in China the fans there are, well, you know what? Harry Potter fans, Wizarding World fans, the world over are so passionate.
Yeah.
So we arrived, and obviously we had lots of events and so on going on, and you want to give it your best, but we were like, I was awake at 3 a.m., wide awake, hungry. And then by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, when you're meant to be going out and doing your thing, you're nodding off.
Asleep.
And,
Yeah,
it's hard.
sure. That's a hard
We were just talking to the winner of the marathon, Mary here.
Are
you a runner?
I am a runner.
You do?
I live on a hill. I live on one of the highest hills in London. Highgate, it's called. So the clue's in the name.
Yeah.
Right? Which means any run ends with a long run up.
With the hill.
Yeah.
So you start downhill.
Start downhill because you have to.
And
run
it
around
seems
a
so
bit,
easy, doesn't
and you feel
it?
like, this is great. I'm feeling
this.
good. Now I'm going to go home. And then you hit the hill on the way home. And it goes around bends. It goes like this, and you think, this is going right. Then it goes like this, and then the last bit's like that.
Yeah.
But I hear hill running is meant to like double.
That's
the
correct.
legs.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct.
I haven't tried that out.
Yeah. Have you've never run a marathon,
No,
have you?
I would really love to.
Do you think about it?
I do, a lot.
No kidding.
Yeah,
This lady here has offered to train all of us. She placed 5th in the marathon this year. She's number 5.
I'm in.
Yeah. Okay.
The problem is you may have to follow me around the world. Japan, China.
Yes.
We'll just keep. I'll be jet lagged in bed. Go, time to train.
Lady, this is exciting.
This is it. Come on, let's make it happen. Hey, we're going to take a break and come back with Jude Law. Stay with us.
Still ahead on Live from the series Bull, Christopher Jackson.
How do I use Better Than Bouillon? I just add a spoonful to my marinades. To stir fries? Sauces? Better Than Bouillon adds this kick of flavor.
Like an explosion.
Boom.
To chicken, steaks.
Soups, sides, slow cookers. It's amazing with vegetables.
Better Than Bouillon comes in a ton of flavors. Chicken, beef.
Roasted garlic. Just whisk it in. Brush it on.
Sauté it.
It adds a cooked all day taste that doesn't take all.
Grindelwald. So you said that was hard? That was tough for you?
Apparating, it's very hard. You go to a special wizarding school to learn to apparate.
This is number 2. Number 2.
Number 2 of 5.
5, right? Yes.
Wow.
So tell us about the film. You play Dumbledore.
I do, yeah.
Oh my God.
So the film takes place.
Did you read all of these books? Do you know? Okay.
To my children, and then we watched the films.
Yes.
So they all grew up with Harry and Albus and everyone, just like I did, really.
Yeah.
By the end of the books, I was reading it on my own.
Me too.
When the kids were asleep.
Yeah, they were asleep, and I was like, I have to see what happens.
Absolutely, crying in the bathroom while I'm hiding from them. So this takes place almost immediately after the first film. Newt returns home. He releases his book, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. He becomes a big celebrity, which is rather against his personality type. And I discover that Credence, the Obscurial from the first one, is still alive and in Paris. And I also learn that Grindelwald has escaped. And as you saw from that clip, Dumbledore can't, for reasons unknown, move against him. So he sends Newt on a mission to go and capture Grindelwald one more time.
And you met with J.K. Rowling?
Well, when I got the role, I just thought it was I had to do due diligence and sit down with the creator, and obviously it was just also a good excuse to
sit down and ask questions, right.
So she was very generous with her time and gave me this whole afternoon. We drank tea, and she just told me everything in and out about Albus Dumbledore, and a little sense of where the plot is going.
Where it's going to go in the future franchise.
She must have been, I mean, there you are. I can't believe I'm meeting with J.K. Rowling. And she's looking at you and saying, that's
Jude Law.
I know, because I was a spider on one of the sandwiches. I'm telling you, that's how that went. Don't you think?
Yeah, of course. Congratulations. This is going to be a big movie. Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. It's in theaters Friday, November 16th. Great to see you, man. Thank you.
Christopher Jackson is here when we return.
The spider on the sandwich. Just a little.
Spider on the sandwich.
Tomorrow on Live, a performance by Kane Brown. And from this...
George Washington in the original cast of Hamilton. Now he can be seen in CBS's hit drama Bull. Please welcome Christopher Jackson. Feel that talent. Congratulations. congratulations on everything, man. Good to see you.
Good morning.
Good morning
love
to
having you here.
I love being here.
Oh my gosh. Now listen, I understand that you're thinking about adopting a puppy. Is that true?
Wait till you see them.
Oh, they're so cute.
Puppies and babies.
I know.
They smell so good.
They do smell good.
Do you have one now? Do you have a dog?
I have an 88-pound golden doodle. Who thinks
88 pounds.
Yeah. He thinks he's a lap dog, and I guess when you're that big, you can climb on any lap you choose.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But they have genteel, like they're sweet little personalities.
Yes,
right?
they're not eating your shoes yet.
Yeah, right.
They're not messing on carpet.
Right.
So when you, just going back to growing up for you in Illinois, were you those little boys that envisioned yourself being on Broadway and doing all these amazing things that you're doing?
I didn't know what Broadway was. I was going to play for the Cardinals.
Oh, is that right? It was going to be ball.
Yeah, it was definitely going to be ball. My body didn't quite, come to that reality until a lot later.
Right.
No, I grew up singing in church. My family owned funeral homes, so I would sing for the occasional funeral as well. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. One of my first public performances was singing hymns at a funeral for a friend of our family, and my grandmother sat me at the piano and taught me, Jesus, keep me near the cross, and that's what I sang. And then growing up in church, performing in shows and Christmas pageants and things like that. Yeah.
That really is a foolproof family business, though, isn't it? I mean...
Oh, there's the picture.
Oh, my gosh, look at that photo.
Yeah, that happened. Arch the Angel.
Is that who you were playing there?
That was, yeah.
Wow. So that's how you sort of got the bug, maybe?
Yeah. I never saw it as like, I grew up, idolizing Michael Jackson and listening to all of the records at home, obviously. But once I found out that there was a place called Broadway, I said, I must get to there.
Yeah.
That's what...
We mentioned Hamilton in your intro. Do people call you still and say, hey, bro, we're in town. Do you have any other tickets?
Oh,
can we get some tickets?
Yeah, absolutely.
And do you get them for them?
No.
Can I say something? Just living in New York, we get asked for Hamilton tickets.
Yeah.
We have no affiliation with
just being in the city
at all.
Just that we live in Manhattan.
We live in New York. Can you get us Hamilton tickets?
Every show has an allotment for the cast. I'm not in the cast.
Right.
There's still a demand for those things. So my manager's a little happy. He's got a little more free time because while we were doing the show, there were quite a few requests.
Oh, I'm sure.
Every day.
He's so talented. We'll come back and talk about Christopher's high fashion role on Bully right after the break.
Kelly and Ryan got a running list. Did you miss it? No problem. Just go to our website and watch the clip of the day.
If I weren't representing her, wouldn't she be our #1 suspect? It's all there, Bull. Means, motive, and opportunity. Are you sure, really sure, that Tally didn't do it? And if you stop for a second to consider that maybe you think she's innocent just because you want her to be innocent.
Skipper Jackson and Bull, of course. The role you play is so fascinating to me because this is a real job, right? You are sort of a fashion consultant so that people on trial can look their best or their most non-threatening, so to speak,
Well,
right?
Yeah. It's our costume, right? We're all actors. We all put on a costume. You amazing people that finished that marathon yesterday. You're out and you're wearing your shirts and you're wearing your medal. There's something that you want to share in the pride of that accomplishment. That's very much, in the same kind of thinking that we all walk out the door with every morning. Even when we're not conscious of it, we're wearing a costume, we're projecting something, and that's part of the idea of what my character does.
One of the great perks for you and your character is that you get to wear that great high fashion style look for the show.
It's
the coolest stuff.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
You
and I don't have to shop for it.
That's it. You get to keep it.
Man, it kind of takes the steam out of everything when you've worn it in front of 11 million people.
No, it doesn't.
So,
no, it doesn't.
But occasionally, I get ready for date night and thinking, that blazer, I'm starting.
Episode 3, I'm going to put that on for date night right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Well,
that's it.
Great to see you, man. Congratulations.
We love having you. Will airs tonight on CBS at 10 p.m. Make sure you check out Christopher Jackson and Bull.
And coming up next, seasonal doggy dangers. We'll be right back. It's Woof Week. Yeah, we
Tomorrow on on live from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Candy Burris.
Glow to the max.
Welcome back.
It's a rough week around here at Live.
Yeah.
We are talking like this for no apparent reason.
No, it's our dog voice.
That's right. As we approach the holiday season, there are some doggy dangers you should be aware of.
That's right. That's so true. That's our door.
Hey, that must be our guest.
I'll go get...
Come on in, Dr. Jennifer Jellison.
Jennifer, come on in. Hi.
Hi, Dr. Jennifer Jellison. Guys. I get it.
I brought a family, and as you know, sometimes family members don't want to come for the holidays.
Come on, guys. I get it.
Come on, guys. Here we go.
Hi, Dr. J. How are you? Hey, guys.
I am good.
Have at it.
Beautiful house here.
Do it.
Thank you so much. Would you like a drink?
Yeah, I would very much. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
$5 for the first one of you to go on the carpet.
Beautiful, beautiful tree. And we want to talk about some of the things on the tree. So poinsettias are always something we get a little worried about.
Are they very poisonous for dogs?
They can be, but really they just cause vomiting and diarrhea.
Oh.
The one that's really bad is the amaryllis that has the big lily and the big red flower on top of it. Those are very dangerous. Ornaments, they all like to eat ornaments.
Okay.
And we want to sometimes put the poinsettias up, so put them up on the mantle. Ornaments, your tree may look a little funny, but get your ornaments up.
Right.
They like to chew on lights, and this is one of my big ones. There's a cord back there that these puppies will find, and they will
Right.
And the next thing you know, they're electrocuted. We want to try and do that. Now, when they come over to visit, there's so much going on that what you want to do is calm them down.
Okay.
So take that.
Oh, the Kong toy.
Slather this.
Slather that?
Ooh, sorry. Slather. Okay. Would you like to slather?
No, that's enough slather.
Okay.
I thought you were supposed to put it on the inside.
Well, they get bored. So I'm a big believer in children should not be bored.
Okay.
So I just slather everywhere.
I'm letting them...
And then they can lick that.
Here you go, guys.
See?
Okay.
And they're all busy. So now we can have a very nice dinner.
Now we can chat and have our glass of wine.
Yes, all right.
What do we need to be aware of on the dining room table for the big holiday meal?
Chocolate is always a problem.
My dog will get into the chocolate and eat the chocolate, and then I call poison control. And then they say give her the hydrogen peroxide to make her vomit, and that doesn't, and then she doesn't vomit, and so she has chocolate and peroxide, and she's running around like, hey, it's party time.
And you're thinking, what in the world, right?
What in the world?
It takes a lot of peroxide. So chocolate, call, let them know how big your dog is and how much it ate. So it's dependent on how much they ate. A big one no one thinks of, grapes. Grapes are deadly. 2 to 3 grapes in a dog of this size, acute renal failure, kidney failure. So please, grapes and raisins. We always have some kind of turkey. Remember that turkey bones and the wishbones are for you.
Is this the turkey here?
This
That's
is
a very tiny turkey.
Very tiny turkey.
That's a baby turkey.
Yes. And when you make a wish for a puppy, and we can go ahead and not have that. The skin is high in fat. That can make them vomit.
Oh, wow.
So sometimes we also have candles. Flames obviously are dangerous for anyone, but they like the smell of the wax, so they move towards the wax, and then they can get the wax on them, which burns as well.
I did not realize that.
So this can kind of be a bad place.
Right. And they will, if you don't push that chair in, they get right up on the table.
Oh, yes, they will. Yeah. And some of the things you can have, because my father will not listen to me about things on the table. So please don't leave your alcohol down. If you go to bed, have a party, they'll get up in the morning and they may drink it.
See, I told you my dog drinks alcohol. I knew it.
We wondered.
What about cigarettes? Do they like, does their dog like cigarettes?
My dog will smoke a cigarette.
Eat cigarettes for sure.
Will not eat them.
Dangerous, nicotine. Have some things on the table that are good to eat. So we have carrots. We have some little dog treats, because everyone in the family, there's someone who will go ahead and give your dog treats from the table.
The trick is always be aware, always watch what's happening around you. These are the cutest dogs ever. Thank you so much for being here, Jennifer.
Hey, these dogs are all up for adoption, by the way. All of them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, look what I have. Look, guys.
I know. Look at it.
Oh, my God.
If you'd like to know more about anything you see on Live during its rough week, just log on to our website at kellyandryan.com.
Houston?